INFJ and stress. So that's one of the things I talked about. INFJs, we get stressed out pretty easily. And what makes us stressed out is pretty important. So I'm just going to talk a little bit. Actually, I don't need the board for this. I just talk a little bit about what things that stress us out. So before we get to the stress side, what energizes us, what makes us feel alive and alert is when we have flexibility in our schedule. Over work and methods and results. We have also maximum autonomy about our work. We can go about our work and do our own thing, and we can explore ideas in this detail. We can explore these ideas, and we can come out with our own conclusions. We also like clarity in our role and responsibilities. We're J, so we like a structured external world. We like it when we know how we fit in, what we're doing fits into the big picture, and whether our values are in tandem to the values of the organization that we are part of, or the overall big picture. We like it when that happens. And we also appreciate colleagues who are honest and communicate directly. We don't like political environments. We like people to be, okay, just say it, say it, be clear about it. We don't like the politics involved and negotiating politics in the workplace. We also like to be able to, being a J as well, to achieve closure on tasks and projects. It's pretty open-ended task with a deadline that is just, you don't know when the deadline is, so it keeps getting pushed into the future. It's going to be really, really draining on us, and we don't like that, and it stresses us out. We like to achieve closure. Okay, this the time is we're gonna work sequentially to meet the deadline, and we normally plan in advance to meet our deadlines. So what really can stress us out is a lot of the opposite of these. Dealing with details, and especially things in the outer world, the inferior function. I mean, being our weakest function, details in the external world really can cause us to be scattered and disorganized. We don't like unfamiliar environments. And we also don't like working with people who are ignorant, irrational, or illogical, and who don't see the big picture, because we are such long-term big picture. Everything's got to fit into a big picture. We don't like that when they're not as big picture people involved. Another thing is stresses out is unexpected events. So once our internal picture is formed, this is our picture that's taken a long time to form. It's hard to disconnect and to take into other people's views when this picture is disconnected. If we get more stressed out. At the same time, being introverts, extroverting too much does stress us out. With too much extroversion, we'll have to retreat into our corner and recover and be pretty intolerant of intrusions. So what happens when we're under stress? I mean, we've all been under stress. Stressful work, stressful jobs, stressful country overall, I guess. So what happens when we're under stress? So when that happens, all the data from the external world is overwhelming. So we attempt to control a lot of details in that environment. So I have a friend, INFJ friend, who cleans the house in extreme detail when she's under stress. She'll just like turn it spick and span. Everything has got to be, it's familiar to anyone. I do that to some extent too. Just everything's got to be really spick and span. It's just so stressed out. Let's just clean the house, because then it'll be okay. So there's an obsessive focus on the external world that can happen when we're under stress. Another thing that can happen, we overindulge in sensual pleasures, because sensing is our weakest function. This is too much going on in our head. Just go into overeating, binging on activities, watching and doing harm to our bodies and losing control. Just as a way to escape all the stresses in our crazy mind, is just go out and just beat ourselves. And then what happens when we do that? If we lose control, we get to beat ourselves up. And it's like, why did I do that? It's like, we might just buy random things. I'll go into a department store and I'll just buy just random things because I'm like really stressed out. It's like, maybe just buy this thing. I just need it. I don't know why. I just need it. I don't really need it. It's just like some kind of obsession with just doing something. Another thing that happens when we're stressed, we become quite adversarial towards the external world. So the world spells danger to us. It's it's pretty dangerous out there, and like even coming here tonight, I think it's probably quite dangerous. So I was like, oh no, it's like gonna meet a bunch of strangers. It's really dangerous. It's like there's a lot of funny things can happen. So and we anticipate the worst, and when that happens, we may blame things or circumstances or people. Um, when the external world doesn't seem right, just lash out and blame people or circumstances. So the anger can be very strong and intense when it's expressed through the external feeling function. So what happens when we're under stress for long periods of time? We enjoy again muscle tension, headaches, and difficulty sleeping. We overindulge, as we talked about, cleaning, eating, and exercising. Organizing your work desk, your workstation, your environment, just making it really neat is what happens under prolonged stress. And in the workplace, other people may find us very unnaturally angry and fault-finding and concerned with small trivial details. And so there is a way to return to a less stressed state. And how do we do that? And there are certain ways that we can do practically to help us be less stressed. First thing is being alone. Time alone is very important for us. We need to recharge and access our dominant intuition and just explore that by ourselves. Withdraw from people, take a quiet walk, exercise, recharge yourself. Another thing you can do is to focus on your hobbies, interests and recreation, your sports, and going out and doing something in the physical world. Schedule to take some time off from work. Another thing is you can, if there are other people around you who are able to lighten your schedule by lighten your workload by taking care of your sensing needs and the details in your life, then that will help a lot. And another thing is setting realistic goals for ourselves. That we tend to be pretty perfectionistic in many areas, and because this is converging all the time, we want to see everything have a nice things in the external world meet our internal perception of what things could be. So we tend to be pretty perfectionistic about many different areas, and we need just to set more realistic goals instead of having so high standards for ourselves and for other people. And another thing is many INFJs fall back on religious beliefs to help them through their stressful times. Having some purpose and meaning and perspective of the overall picture kind of helps to make you more at rest. So that's pretty much the end of my talk tonight. Is there any questions? Oh, okay, no,